All right, guys. So this segment right here is actually what got me a little down. This actually made me low-key sad. So as we can see here, oh, thanks, Dan. I just saw it says Spurs did the right thing by cutting Primo, though. Oh yeah, I agree. Bro wrote that like it was due at 11:59. I know. His lawyer sucks. All right, so this is what actually got me down, though. All right, so apparently RC Buford came out and he responded to some of the things that she had to say. Now, this just made me feel uncomfortable, and for a couple reasons, but I'll tell you that in a minute. So this is what RC Buford had to say. We disagree with the accuracy of facts, details, and timelines presented today. While we would like to share more information, we will allow the legal process to play out. Our organization remains committed to upholding the highest standards and will continue to live by our values and culture. Now, this is what made me kind of upset about this. Now, this is a really short statement and not anything that I can just hop on and just say, okay, this is 100% accurate, 100% not accurate. But when he says we disagree with the accuracy of facts, details, and timeline presented today, I don't know what part they disagree with. No one has one. Like, what did you get rid of Primo for? So what part do you disagree with? Are you trying to say that you only got rid of Primo because of the Minnesota situation and she's just flat out lying? I have no idea, but we disagree with the accuracy of facts, details, and timeline. But what makes me the most upset about this is that she basically insinuated, or at least her team insinuated, that RC didn't know. But reading this, it made it sound like RC did know. I can't tell. RC's statement sounds like he's trying to save Wright's butt because he trained and hired him. Well, I mean, that's how these teams are a lot of times, you know, they try to save each other. But this is just weird to me. And let me say this too. I'm gonna be honest, okay? I'm gonna be real with you guys. Brian Wright has done a good job. That's my opinion. I think that he's a good GM. But if the Spurs if the Spurs truly know that he's put this off deliberately, did not care, did not talk to Primo about it whatsoever, did not tell Pop, if all this is true, he has to go. For me personally, as big of a Spurs fan as I am, and as quickly as I want to win as possible, I understand that getting rid of Primo, we took a step back. We just did, okay? Because he was someone that could potentially be like the next star, right? Or at least a second, third option or whatnot. Like, we definitely took a step back. And if we got rid of Brian Wright, we will also be taking another step back. But at the end of the day, I would much rather the Spurs do the right thing and have the right type of guys in there than for me to, you know, be happy that we're in the playoffs a year earlier than we would have, you know? Like, I just think this is more important. And if all that sweeping Primo under the rug stuff was true, then he could have hurt a lot of people. I'm already assuming, I mean, this is my assumption, you know, all we know about right now is 3 victims, but I'm going to assume it was more, that he had so much confidence that he did it in this location, that location, different people, different situations. One time in which with the, at least this is the allegation, right? With the psychologist, it was in public. So like, I don't know, man. And things like this can only get worse. So I'm all for him being gone, even though it means that our team isn't necessarily going to be as good as we could have been a few years from now. Fire Brian Wright, bring in Parker. And that's the thing. Like, as a fan, objectively, Brian Wright has done a good job. Spurs, as employers, I don't think they want to get rid of Brian Wright. But a lot of this point towards us doing some type of wrong. You know? crossed Primo up the other day. Easy. Dang. I find it troubling that Brian Wright knew and still exercised the 3rd-year option on Primo. It's not that far-fetched to believe that Brian Wright would do it. Okay? I won't even go as far, like, this is something that's really crappy, really bad. I won't go as far as to say, like, this person is a heinous human being or anything. It's bad. It's really bad. It's not good. He did a disgusting thing if all that is true, right? But the thing is, I think, just pretend we're presenting this in court, right? I think you can make a good argument, or you can at least talk about intent pretty good under Brian Wright. When it comes to Brian Wright, because Brian Wright had a lot to gain from this situation. He was new with the San Antonio Spurs. He would have just picked up, because he didn't pick Keldon. He picked Devin, and then he would have picked Primo. And if Primo would have panned out, in which the Spurs believed he would pan out, then you would have ended up getting like a star, and he would have looked like a genius. And even outside of the San Antonio Spurs, he could get a job with any organization, right? Like, it would make sense for him to protect Primo in that regard. But unfortunately, by protecting Primo this way, it would have only gotten worse. Like, as Primo got more power with the franchise, as he got more money, it would have just been worse. And this is just me speculating, okay? But this is my theory, okay? I do believe quite a bit of this. And if anything comes out to not be true, I'll be quick to jump on here and say, okay, that wasn't true, or there's some misinformation. But everything we know thus far, I'm rolling with it. There's a theory going into my head of, what if Brian Wright, all he was trying to do was wait it out until Pop was gone? Because we already know Pop is going to leave like not too long. And that would make sense for him not telling Pop at all about this situation. Like, what if he's just kind of waiting it out? Like, I'm just waiting for Pop to go. And because the thing is, if Pop knew, Pop pretty no nonsense. We've known Popovich for a long time, right? Like, Pop will cut you. I mean, Pop will cut you if you're asking for too many minutes. I have a hard time believing Pop would go out of his way to protect Primo in a sexual assault. That's just really hard for me to grasp. But I don't know. Man, if it's proved that RC and Pop knew, I'm gone. I'm burning all my jerseys and supporting the Bulls. Listen, Joshua. You can still be a Spurs fan. It doesn't make that much. Like, it. We wouldn't have the franchise that we thought that we had, at least the integrity from Pop and RC. But I will say this: if you look around the NBA, there's teams that's just as bad. I mean, if you guys recall, and you can correct me in the chat, didn't Dallas Mavericks have some insane thing happen with them? They had something insane happen with them, right? Where it was like a bunch of like sexual assaults or something. A few years back. It's a bad culture, man. Bad culture. Pop didn't know. I also have a feeling that, like, if her lawyer had a reason to blame Pop, he would have hopped on it. Mavs had racist, I think. Oh, was it racist? I thought that was the Clippers. I mean, the Clippers had a literal racist owner, Donald Sterling. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So, like, it's bad stuff happening in all franchises. We're not, like, special in that regard. I do think we have a great franchise as far as, like, them getting their job done, but that's 100% facts. The Spurs are definitely not the only team doing this, if it's true. No. I can guarantee you, teams hide stuff. That doesn't make it right at all. I'm just saying, like, when you're so quick to say, man, screw the Spurs, I'm jumping over to the Pelicans. I guarantee you they got some dirt too. It's just that we've been kind of the beacon of hope in the NBA. I can't expect the lawyers to play all their cards this early. They also, exactly, that's true. They also don't know the whole stories themselves. That is what the discovery process is for. They might not know if Pop RC knew. Well, he already said, like, as it stands right now, he doesn't think that. Pop is way too progressive to have known that Primo did this and ran with it. It would burn him to the core. See, that's the thing too. Now, RC, I don't know about that. Yeah, Impeccable's right. I that's how I view Pop. Okay, now, over the years of paying attention to Pop, that's how I view him. RC makes some weird decisions. RC makes some weird decisions sometimes. Oh goodness, can I just not show you guys? Here we go. The timing, oh my goodness. Yeah, RC a little strange. He doesn't always make good decisions. He judgment of character is not always the best. What? Yeah, RC a little sussy wussy, okay? Don't use that pic. Looks like a mugshot. Oh, it looks like a mugshot? It's because it is a mugshot. It's a literal mugshot. Spurs GM crashes, faces DWI charge. Yeah. Yeah, RC a little weird. Buford, 51, was arrested close to midnight and charged with driving while intoxicated with an open container. He was released from the, it was $200 or $2,500 bail. San Antonio police said officers responded to a call for a disturbance at 11:40 p.m. in the 500 block of North Leona Street and were told by Behar, I think that's how you say it, County Hospital District Police that Buford had crashed into a fence. No injuries were reported. So, yeah. I don't know. I trust Pop. RC, I don't know, RC. I don't know about you, my boy. You're a little weird. I don't know about you. Bear County. Oh, that's how you say it? Bear County. Okay. It's pronounced Bear. What did I say? Behar? Yeah, Bear. Okay. He's guilty. Yeah, RC guilty. RC is guilty. My man RC got drunk in some bar in San Antonio. Oh, really? Yeah. I don't trust RC.